Well, it's now time for this week's edition of This Week in Wine Country, sponsored by the Finger Lakes Wine Country. In this week's episode, WENY's Cody Carlson takes us back in time as he heads to the Chemung Valley History Museum.
Hey there everyone, welcome to this week's edition of This Week in Wine Country, sponsored by the Finger Lakes Wine Country. Joined by Lori Poland. As always, Lori, we're continuing our tour around the wine country, and where are we today?
Well, remember I told you all that wine country is not just wine.
Right.
And so we're at the first full weekend of April. It's Palm Sunday weekend. Mm-hmm. And today is actually Slow Art Day.
Okay.
And here we are at the Chemung Valley History Museum. We've got our buddy Mark Twain behind us, mm-hmm. and there's a whole lot more to see at this museum. So you really do need to just take it slow no matter what museum you're at.
Right, of course. And we'll get more, we'll learn more about the Chemung Valley History Museum in mm-hmm. just a second. But first, Lori, begging the question, what's happening this week in wine country?
Oh boy, so much. It is opening weekend at Watkins Glen International, so you can drive your own car around the newly paved track. It is tapas and wine weekend at the Keuka Lake Wine Trail. So little bites paired with some great wine, snacks and wine, nothing better. And again, coming up this next week is Easter break. It's right. The spring break for a lot of our local students. And so many of our museums have special activities so that we can do things with our young people that not necessarily sitting in front of a computer or a television set. So get out and do some important things in Finger Lakes Wine Country.
All right, perfect, Lori. And so now we're going to learn a little bit more about the Chemung Valley History Museum. All right, I'm joined by Bruce now. He is the director of the Chemung County Historical Society. Bruce, thanks for joining us. Before we get to a little bit more about the museum, obviously there's a huge tusk behind us, and I learned something very interesting today. So why don't you tell us what the importance of this tusk is?
Sure. So the mammoth tusk behind us is actually how Chemung County gets its name. This was an area of woolly mammoths, however many thousands of years ago when they were native to this area. And then as they died off and native tribes started to come in, and they would find these skeletons and these tusks laying around. And so the word Chemung comes out of the native languages, meaning place of the big horn. So we know a tusk is not actually a horn, but still, that's where our Chemung County and all the Chemung River and all the Chemung names come from, is place of the big horn.
Well, there you go. If you didn't know that, you learn something new every day. So Bruce, just tell me about some of the exhibits that you have here at the museum.
We've got, we're sitting in our main gallery right now with, it talks about the history of Chemung County, and essentially from the time of the mammoths to about the year 2000 is where we take this exhibit. Just an overview history. We have an exhibit on, you were sitting in front of Mark Twain just a little while ago, and we have an exhibit on Mark Twain and his time here. In the other galleries, we change throughout the year. So at the moment, we have an exhibit on crime and punishment.
Of course, in Chemung County, it's just very rich in history. So for people that haven't been here, why should they come check it out?
Well, it's that very reason. You know, we are the repository of Chemung County's history. We enjoy telling the stories of Chemung County history. We want people to know those stories, and you know, we want them to come and talk to us too and tell us their stories. That's our favorite part. So many of us who are historians, we want to hear somebody's story.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. So I recommend you definitely come check out the Chemung Valley History Museum. And of course, for more information about them or for a list of events happening this week in wine country, you can visit our website, weny.com, shortly after the show. Bruce, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.